Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm a little bit late tonight. I've got my daughter tonight, so I had to get her down for bedtime. So that's why I'm a little bit late. So it takes a little bit of time to go off. So bedtime was about 7. She's still kind of going. She's just finally gone to sleep now, actually. I'm watching her on the monitor just to keep an eye on her. Anyway, guys, we're about to start the stream. How are you doing? Welcome to Wednesday. Hope you've got yourself a cup of tea, coffee, your snacks and biscuits as we're about to start the stream. Welcome again, guys. It's good to be here. So, if you might have guessed, we might be doing some more World of Warcraft. Yes, that's right. So I'm hoping tonight is going to be a bit of a special night. We finally might have a little dungeon run. Let me move over to Moo Milk real quick, just to get this stuff on the road. Here we go, guys. How we all doing? Hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. So, guys, oh, look how menacing we look. We look absolutely incredible right now. We are looking real good. Really good. Right. Plan for the night, guys. We are going to be doing, hopefully, a Zul'Furruk run. Yes, I'm finally getting a little dungeon together of Zul'Furruk. Hopefully, we're going to be a DPS in there. I don't mind healing, but we'll see when we get into the game. After that, we could try and get an Alderman group together afterwards, but if not, I'm just going to be focusing on leveling again. So, without further ado, level 43, the Shaman Calnado, let's go. Whilst this is loading, I'm going to have a little sip of my tea, guys. Lovely. Oh, it's been a bit of a long day for me, guys. My brain is absolutely fried. Look at that. As soon as we logged in. Thank you, thank you. Oh, mate, let's go. Legends. They've waited for us. Thank you so much. Oh, these guys are absolute legends waiting for me. Right, we're going to make a little party chat. Let's just do some settings for this. As we don't want to say, we don't want whispers, guild chat, or Blizzard whispers. We just want some party. We like the party. I think I'm going to put it up here, maybe. How's that looking? Does that look all right up there, guys? I think that looks all right. So yeah, we are going to be going to Zul'Furruk. We've got Sham Hero with us as well. Wow. We are honoured. We are very honoured. Where am I? I'm so discombobulated when I come here. It's unreal. There we go. Now we're going the right way. So what have we got? Ah, Flippicus. Flippicus is our paladin tank. I'm assuming Embalme might be healer, or Atrin might be healer slash tank. Yeah, thank you guys for waiting, man. Thank you so much for waiting. Oh, here we go, guys. Getting a summon as well. Oh, this guy's... I'm getting a royal treatment today. Getting a royal treatment tonight. And daughter is asleep. Ho ho ho. Right, let's get in it, guys. Let's get this done. This is my first Zul'Furruk and dungeon run for a very long time. Watch me pop. You needed to pee. Oh, Sham Hero's got the hat that we got in love that hat, Sham. How dare you question Sham Hero? Yeah, Sham Hero is a bit of a celebrity in TBC Hardcore for the EU. So what have we got? I think, what are you, DPS? You look like DPS. Right, so what can we get in Zul'Furruk? So Anatsu gives... Okay, nice. It's not too bad. I think the hand of Anatsu would be amazing. Longest key. Longest key ever. Alright, just got to quickly message someone back real quick. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. And you will have my undivided attention. Giving himself the royal treatment as well. Alright, I'm all good to go now, guys. He got too happy because we're doing Zul'Furruk. Oh, actually, should we go in the Discord? I might see if they want it. I might see if they want to go. I'm just going to open up Discord real quick, just in case they want to jump into Discord for voice chat. Bless it, I can hear my daughter snoring. Go outside real quick to help summon. My Discord group, Dungeon 3. Feel free to join. I will, Mr. Sham. Dungeon 3. There we go. Testing, testing. Does everyone hear me? Oh, I just got to do one quick thing, guys. I just don't know if my stream mode is enabled. That's fine. I just want to check my voice mic test. That's fine. Should be. Yep.
Good evening, lads.
Test. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Oh, there we go. I can hear you guys.
It took forever to connect.
Might need to turn you guys up a little bit. Way I can. Oh, sorry. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys.
So, Sham here, I thought you quit.
Same.
Is the level experience for you so lovely that you thought, okay, I have to go again?
I think what most of addiction or most of gaming for me is like is that you move towards a goal because you think that the goal is gonna make you happy, and then you're at the goal and then it turns out that it doesn't make you happy, and then you like delete your character, and then it's like, oh, but what if I did that? What if I did this at like 70? And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna go again.
Yeah, you don't quit WoW Hardcore. WoW Hardcore quits you.
Yeah. So I'll probably reach 70 again and reach that same kind of conclusion, or the same kind of feeling. We'll see how it goes.
I honestly couldn't believe that you killed your character. Honestly, when I saw your name come up, I was like, what?
Yep. So I
Right,
made
here we go
sure to
again.
donate everything to Guild Bank and to send a message beforehand so people knew that it wasn't just. I don't know. It would have. It would have been sort of anticlimactic for my death to be a genuine like falling death. So yeah, made sure to say that beforehand.
Oops, okay. Let's go.
So we have 2 shamans in the group, both here in Discord, and no one of you has the kindness to place me a Wind Fury totem.
Oh shit! Yeah, hold on. It's been so long since I was in a group that I've forgotten how to do it.
The last 11 levels I healed, and now I've got 2 shamans. I'm the DPS. I have some fun now.
Did I put a Wind Fury down? I thought I did.
I don't even have my Wind Fury totem at my hotkeys yet. Do you want me to use totems as well, or can I just be lazy and not use totems at all?
I mean, I could just use totems. I've got like a little rotation. It's like a 1-button rotation that I can macro have made. I just got to double check it because I don't think it's got Wind Fury in it for some reason.
I don't care what totems you play. I just want this one. The heaven on earth.
Yep. Last time I played TBC, like 4 or 5 years ago, I just basically only got invited for like, as long as you put down the totem, it's all fine. And I went to like every raid, being like, well, I'm kind of new to this, and I don't do that much DPS. And they're like, yeah, just drop the totem.
Just drop the totem. It's fine.
Yeah. Like I don't even know what DPS meters and like what sort of way in which they made sure that the raid was going well, but I just knew that regardless of my DPS it would be fine.
Yeah, played like the first half of TBC as an elemental shaman, and yeah, basically you are there for the totems, because after like 10 seconds you are out of mana. Yeah. And then you're standing there, spamming level or rank 1 spells.
Yep.
I'm just going to change my macro up real quick. I'm just going to put myself to auto attack for a second. I'll bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
The other half I played Prod Parley because our main tank became a father, so we had to replace him. I was like, okay, I'm done with this shaman shit. Now I'm playing Prod Parley, which was Blaze Consecration, and that's it.
Is it that easy?
For the most part, yes.
Hmm.
So in dungeons, really, you just round up 10 mobs. You place Consecration, and if the group is intelligent and waits 3 seconds that I got 2 ticks out of it, you can't lose the aggro. It's not possible.
Okay.
Oh. Ah, thank you.
Yeah, now my plan is to either DPS or heal. Depends on what's needed. I think heal it is. And it's the same shit over again. You press one button, flash heal, you don't get and everybody has life.
To some degree, I kind of like that. Just the simplicity of it, and just to see numbers go up.
Yeah, big numbers make my monkey brain go ooh ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, just like that.
Sometimes I feel like my life is way too simple, but I don't know. To some degree, I sometimes sort of regret playing this game because it that whole monkey brain stuff that you said. But yeah, on the other side, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, it's like a real like rush of dopamine that you get.
Definitely is. It's funny how I completely understand like the rush of dopamine at this game, but not at all with RuneScape.
Yeah, for me, RuneScape, I just can't get on with RuneScape for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Maybe it's because the max level of everything is so high, and that you know that it literally takes years of grinding to get to sort of the top. But I don't get it either.
I kind of can get behind the idea of RuneScape of it being more of an evergreen sort of MMO. So you know, it's unlike WoW, where WoW we kind of like you get to end game and that's it. You just all you're doing is raid login. Oh, sorry, I just forgot I pushed the talk, so I might have to take that off in a second. So otherwise I'm just gonna forget to talk. I'm just talking away and I just forgot to push the talk. I might have to change that. One sec.
As you said that, I was about to like leave Discord and get into it again because I thought that it was my connection.
Yeah, no, that was I've just push the talk off. Yeah, you might hear me make some weird noises and talk randomly.
That's all good. I like that.
It's fine by me.
I'm just a TDOR as well. I am streaming at this as well, by the way. So if I do start saying some weird stuff, I do apologise. People start talking to me in chat.
Just blur my face for privacy reasons.
Yeah, they won't know you. They won't notice you. Don't worry, it's fine. You're a celebrity in hardcore, you are.
Oh, that's right. At least I got a head on that sort of doesn't show my eyes, so you don't recognize me by my eyes.
You got to cover the cheekbones as well.
Yeah. Big towering boy. You were starting to talk about your experience with RuneScape, I think?
Yes, sorry. Do you know what? A problem I have is I get distracted so easy and I completely forget stories that I'm telling. It's a real problem. It's so easily distracted. So yeah, no, my experience, I can kind of get the whole evergreen sort of thing. So when you get to max level, yeah, it is a grind. It is a massive grind, but at least when you get to max level, there's so much content to do, and it's not just raiding or anything like that. It's there's plenty. What the hell was that spell? And I can kind of get behind that, but at the same time, the grind is also off-putting, I think.
Yeah. I don't get it. But to each their own vice, I guess.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, absolutely.
I think that's just, I don't know, it's just the weird way that the brain works, where like, it's the same way with sports, where I can watch tennis, which is basically just a ball going back and forth, and I can completely enjoy it. When I watch driving, like F1 or Formula 1 or whatever, I'm like, what are these cars doing? Like they're just driving circles. Why are people watching this? And it's like basically sort of the same. It's repetition, and some people like it, and others don't. And you either get it or you don't.
I think with tennis though, I can kind of get behind because I like watching tennis as well, especially the Wimbledon when Wimbledon is on, because it's an element of skill to it as well. It's not as you say. In essence, it is just hitting a ball back and forth, a bit like football in a way. But you know, there is an element of skill to it as well, and I think a lot of people get excited for the skill and the competition behind it. I think.
Yeah. But at the same, yeah, I don't know if it's like skill from the point of like that we both enjoy it more because it's like physical skill and it like requires your actual body to do something, or that we are not able to comprehend that driving really fast is actually also a skill.
So I'm really into Formula 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, and I don't.
I was one of those.
Tennis, so I find it kind of funny that I'm the opposite of the example you gave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't get tennis. It's, as you said, it's just a ball back and forth. The counting makes no sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense why tennis is fun for me to watch, but it is fun. But do you understand? Like, tell me why is Formula 1 fun to watch? Like, does it make sense to you why it's fun?
Because I think it's a lot of people involved. We have 22 drivers, so okay, so like in reality, 4 to 6 people are fighting for the championship, at least this season. And it takes a lot of skill to, okay, you have to prepare an overtake for minimum 4 corners, if not even longer. So it takes a really skill to plan things out while you drive at 300 kilometers per hour, while you have 5 Gs in the corners with your body. So I think it's just interesting how many things at one time a body can comprehend in a high stress situation.
So, do you feel like you can only enjoy it if you know more about what's behind it?
I think so. I think so, yeah.
It's kind of funny because my first sort of instinct is that the type of people that, okay, this is gonna sound harsh, but I don't mean to say it harsh. But the first sort of instinct I have is like of people enjoying it is that they are more sort of simple and wouldn't like be that much into the depth of the experience, but just like to see cars go by fast, and that's just sort of entertaining as a whole. But you're saying like, oh, it's for me entertaining because I know what's behind it.
I think the majority of people are really like, oh, it's exciting. So things are happening, or at least in Formula 1, it can happen an accident, a tragic accident. I think it's this kind of cruel thinking which humans have.
Oh, that's fair.
Because people need action. That's why people love American football, for example. A lot of spectacular things happen. They have this in Formula 1. You are waiting for the accidents.
Like rugby as well, you know, when you get into the big tackles that people do in rugby, and come, you know, spear someone to the ground, you're like, oh, you know, you kind of. And plus, it's exciting as well if you understand. Yeah, I know a lot of people get put off by rugby because they don't really understand a lot of the rules. But if you do understand the rules, it's, you know, it's really enjoyable.
I didn't even know outside of the rule of only being allowed to pass backwards. I didn't even know that there were rules.
Oh yeah, rugby have got a bunch of rules. Even people that watch it, you know, religiously still don't understand all of the rules. It's There's that many rules. I think they keep adding rules that just don't make sense as well sometimes.
Really? Tell me some of the rules, because I can't even imagine it having rules, even though I've never watched it.
So again, there's loads of rules. So it's mostly to do with like a lot of engagements. So one of the biggest rules is, especially around tackling as well. So when you're tackling someone, you have to actually wrap your arms around the person you're tackling. Otherwise, it's a foul, and you can get sent off for 10 minutes. Which in rugby makes a big difference. And it's all to do with safety. So that's an example of one rule. So you have to show when you're taking someone down, you have to be at least trying to wrap your arms around them. Because it's like a safety protocol kind of thing. Another one is when you get into a ruck, I think it's called. I get confused about the different terminologies. I'm a frog. So yeah, when you get into a ruck, there's like different rules around that. You can't, certainly you can't put your hands into the ruck. It's really confusing sometimes.
Is the rock this thing where everybody's sucking each other?
It's when they're like, all on top of each other. Those down. Let's get rid of the totem. Let's go get rid of the totems. Let's go.
Oh, that's big.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I was hoping for the mace, not gonna lie.
Yeah, same.
I'll give a little pass on that.
Is it the one which you? Oh no, it's not. It's not. Or is it?
It is it? Yeah, it is. It is like the double.
The double thing?
Yeah, if you have the double, if you have both of them, you can turn it into a two-handed sword.
Okay. I'm just thinking, do I need?
I'm good.
Or do I let it for flippicus?
Oop.
I think the only thing when it comes to rugby is that I once like spent some money betting on a game of it, even though I didn't know jack shit about it.
Fair.
It felt like one team would win. And I actually ended up winning, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was like, you know how like degenerate gamblers first start off with like gambling on sports that they know or like teams that they know, and then at the end of like a losing streak, they end up like betting on women's table tennis in China or whatever. Like somewhat like something that they have no understanding of. I think that betting on rugby was like betting on American football or rugby was like definitely my moment of late at night. I want to bet something and I don't know what else.
Really nice. Not bad. Not bad. I am now the Shaman tank again. Oh, never mind. Give me back the aggro. It's mine. Do you guys think they'll make a Shaman tank in Classic Plus? Oh, did Discord stop working? Oh, Discord just stopped working all of a sudden. Oh, okay. That stopped working at the most on real time. Literally, as I ask a question, it stopped working. That's funny, man. Could be this guy, right? Let's get rid of the healing ward straight away. Let's put down one of these bad boys. I want to get some big damage going. Oh, let's go. Yeah, how is Discord not working? That's so strange. Or should we do the big pull on the? I'm thinking we might do the big pull on the stairs. You know. Maybe focus on this one. I'm going to put down a... Do we have a mana? No, I'm going to put down a mana real quick. Maybe dynamite. Pop that as well. Oh, petrified. No! My Moo Milk statue. I think I'm still good. I've got 30% mana. I think I'm good to at least go the next bit. I just want to have a quick look at something. Bear with me 2 seconds. I want to make sure things are working as they should be. Oh, I can hear fighting. Let's pop these up. Yeah, everything's working fine. That. I'm good. Right, let's keep going. Get a lot of troll sweat as well, which is very nice. There's a random just totem there. Tremor totem. One of those, and one of those. Oh, crazy. Apparently, Discord has just had a massive outage. Damn, okay. Take care of those. Oh, who's looting? Weren't me. Weren't me. Promise. Damn, we are pumping through this dungeon, man. Yeah, I love Zul'Furruk. I always have really fond memories of this particular part of the dungeon.
Let the executions begin.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the dungeon do the talking for me a little bit. Right, so pop one of those. But I've got no mana whatsoever for this. I am literally mana totem. Yeah, I put that mana totem. Yeah, it makes sense for Sham to do it actually, because I think he's expecting. No, he's DPS. Or is he healing? Yeah, I think his one does more than me. Yeah, 9 mana. Woo! I think we should do one of these. Look at all them down there. Right, we're going to help out in just a second. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm gonna put one of these down. I love this build. It's just like all of them are kind of. You can just go down there and pull the whole thing. I've seen people do it. I don't think you want to. I don't think we're that brave. What my totem been? Hold on, what's my strength totem? Protect the totems! Oh, just getting crit after crit. I love this. Give me more. Give me more. Ah, bitch. took out my fire. Wait, who's casting that spell? Oh, you are. Oh, okay, okay. Didn't know you did that. Nice. Not much left now. Oh, I could do with a mana totem right now. I want to see what Sham Hero's rocking. What have you got? Oh, they've got a South Sea Lamp as well. And Heaven's Light. Oh man, they're doing way more damage than we are. Joanne, good to see you, man. Welcome on in. How you doing, man? Tavern talk? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Yeah, we're doing a very quick Zul'Furruk run at the moment. But to be fair, we are absolutely smashing this right now. Playing WoW and see when you are done. Oh, that's got quite a few here. Let's pop one of these. Yes. Give me, give me, give me. Not quite at the top of the table, but not doing too bad. We are doing. You know what? Actually, we are actually doing pretty well, all things considered, with DPS, man. We're level 43, so we're the lowest level out of everyone. You know what? We're doing alright. Hey, yo, let's get close. Alright, let's put down some totems. Oh, shit. Yeah, get deleted. Oh, what level are you now, Joanne? Anyone? You're in Hunter. You must be at least level, what, 55, I reckon? If not, I reckon you're going into 60. No, really? do that real quick. Just 48. Oh, fair enough, man. Oh, they're not bad. They aren't bad at all. I mean, if I was a... Oh, I'm going to greed. I'm going to pass. Problem of an alcoholic. Fair, dude, fair. I hear you on that one, man. Do you know what? I haven't made an alt yet, but if I was going to make an alt, I'd probably make a... I would make a warlock, you know. I would make a orc warlock, I think. Or undead, maybe. I do like undead. Still curious of what the question was that was at Discord when you were asking before. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't have to tell them. Keep you in suspense. Nice. Alright. Question was, do you think they'll have Shaman tank in Classic Plus? Why not Orc Hunter Pew Pew? I don't know. I really like Warlock, man. I know Hunters are very strong in TBC, to be fair. 100%, absolutely. Yes. 100% going to be a Shaman tank. Tried lock a couple of times and can't get into it. Yeah, I do know. I'm kind of like that with Hunter a little bit, you know. So I can get into Warlock. I can get into Warlock. I do enjoy playing Warlock, to be fair. I don't know what it was. Mage I don't know why, it does not appeal to me at all. I don't know why. Classic Plus hardcore hype, 100%. We're doing hardcore. I'll probably just play it normally to begin with, and then we'll probably then go into hardcore. Turtle, wow, Shaman. Ooh, Shaman tank is really fun. Oh, we're going in. We're going in. Great start. We missed. We missed. I can not even check what these guys can drop. I know I can drop that. Oh! I really want that.
We are back.
Oh, hey, we back? Are we back, are we?
We are back.
Hey, good to see you, guys. I don't know what happened there. What happened there? It's weird how, you know, we got to the end of the dungeon and then we come back. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hey Moo, which weapons do you have? Because I don't know if it's gonna be a way bigger improvement for you.
Oh, Ripsaw is a massive improvement for me. I've got... bear with me 1 second. No, that's the wrong button. I've currently got Goblin Nutcracker and Blackwater Hammer. So yeah, the Ripsaw is a huge improvement for me. But I can't get it. I won't be able to use it until another 2 levels. 1 level, to be fair. Oh, congrats. you absolute beauty. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sending big hugs your way, Charm Hero.
By the way, the frustrating thing was that the moment that you or that we sort of got disconnected from Discord, I was halfway with a like story, and I don't know which part of the story got through or which part I got
I don't think any of the story got through. To be fair,
sorry.
I don't think I heard any of the story. If I'm being perfectly honest, yeah.
We were talking about, or at least I was talking about gambling on rugby.
Oh, rugby! No, I did hear that.
Okay.
What the fuck? There we go. Did anyone else see that? Just kidding. Wow, that was quick. Oh, I got the egg as well, the distress beacon. Oh yeah.
So gambling with sports, you know.
Did you say?
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble.
It was like, you know how degenerate gamblers go from gambling on like sports that they know or teams that they know until like whatever Wednesday night when they want to gamble, but the only thing they can gamble on is like female below 15 Tunisia table tennis kind of games.
Jesus.
I think that my rugby game betting was the same kind of degenerate level.
Oh, let's go. Big old Gaza.
I'm here. Where are you from? So special is undeniable from the UK.
What gave that away?
Your sense of humor.
There. Oh, Sham. Oh, you good? You good? You good? I just saw your health just drop really low then. Oh! This is a fun mechanic. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Sham, do you need that?
I'll agree on it. You can have it.
You sure?
It's fine. Yeah, the axe is way better than the dagger, so it's all fine.
Yeah, because I'm dual wielding, but yeah, they're both way better than what I've currently got. Oh, that's actually huge. Thank you, Sham. Appreciate that. GG. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, man. Oh, I need to loot that. Hold on. I got some steak. Now get your asses to order. Anyone want to do a Alderman run?
I'm way too high for Ulderman.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, getting too high for that too.
Well, I'm not too far away from getting level 44 now. It's exciting. Yeah, my question was, I know I've already said it in the group chat anyway, but yeah, my question was about Shaman, tank Shaman in Classic Plus.
I mean, I think it will happen because it was kind of viable in Classic anyways. Not in the end game so much, but in the leveling process, a Shaman tank was totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously the skills that you had, especially with Rockbiter and Earthshot, it generated a loss of threat. So yeah, a lot of people,
spot
yeah,
totems, or
you got Stone Claw as well. Your fire, the Fire Nova totem generates a ton of threat as well. I don't know if you've noticed that. Yeah, no. If you ever put down a Fire Nova totem and you're like you're fighting something, it will instantly switch to the Fire Nova totem.
I'm gonna try it out.
Obviously, I think because Flippicas have got loads of threat now. I think it's not a big deal, but yeah. Next time you're fighting something one-on-one, I've always noticed it. Like, if I put a Fire Nova totem down, it will instantly get that. Oh, that's not. That's not. Yeah, in Turtle WoW, they made Shaman tanks really fun and viable. It's a really interesting way of actually tanking as well. So it's not just, your standard tanking. You also kind of are utilizing your totems quite a lot to generate a load of threat. And they've built out the talent point, so it actually, you actually can build like a very good Shaman tank.
Is there any actual news about Classic Plus?
Not so far. I reckon what's going to happen is it will most likely get announced at BlizzCon.
Yeah. The last video, this official video where they teased it.
Yeah, when Holly was talking about it.
At BlizzCon 100%. They will announce something. Or they will fuck us like every time.
I mean, I still remember when he announced Season of Discovery. I got well excited for that. Because that was kind of like they were really hinting at kind of Classic Plus then. Yeah, thank you for...
Season of Discovery was sort of Classic Plus in some ways, right?
In a way, yeah. I think it was in a way.
Yeah, it was, what can we do for Classic Plus? It was like a huge beta test phase.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was. And I think there was some really good ideas in the Season of Discovery. I think they probably did go a little bit too hard with some stuff, but... I'll be perfectly honest, I hope they just completely copy what Turtle WoW did, to be fair. Just completely rip Turtle WoW. Like, just get one of your developers to go in there and just steal all of the ideas on there.
Considering that they sued them, I doubt that they're gonna, like, steal what they got.
Well, you see what... Well, actually, no. One of the things they put into the... Thank you. One of the things they put into that, the court case clause, is they wanted Turtle WoW to hand over all of the assets, which kind of made me think, it's like, are they doing that so they can put that into their own Classic Plus?
Interesting. Oh crap. You can either run or phase them. I think running is fine. Yeah, running is fine.
Are we good?
I gotta say, I can't imagine working so hard on like an alternative WoW kind of game. Just like knowing at the same time that you can get screwed either way, because it is basically like sort of some sort of theft in whatever way. And just knowing that you are so sort of vulnerable for lawsuits. Even though I know that I think with Turtle WoW, I don't know if it's the server, the creator, whatever, but they were based in Russia and...
Yeah, that's right.
USA couldn't do anything about it or whatever, which sort of makes sense. But still, it feels weird.
Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly true. So a lot of the the developers for that are not just based in one place, but the owner obviously is based in Russia, so he is out of the jurisdiction for the US courts. They did go after one of the other developers, which was based in the US, and that was the last thing I really heard of anything. Yeah, I don't know really what happened after that, and it kind of, and then Turtle Wow released that letter to Blizzard, just like kind of get licensing, kind of go down that route instead. Which, to be fair, kind of makes sense in a way.
I think, to some degree, they should be somewhat like thankful, because I think also they've like, I don't know, it must have been like 7, 8, or 9 years ago with Nostorius, where the whole like classic kind of demand grew so much. It's like, I don't know, they they sent all these like cease and desist letters to the people that actually made the whole like fan base for WoW Classic grow, and now it's sort of the same thing where a lot of people like look forward towards Classic Plus because they experienced it on a illegal kind of private version.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's why. To be fair, we should be thankful for the Starius, because we most likely would not have gotten classic vanilla if it weren't for that private server, and because they were convinced that no, yeah, we don't actually want a classic vanilla, but obviously Nestarius was like, yeah, no, actually, yeah, we do. The players do want this, and the numbers show it. And then when they obviously released classic again in 2019. The numbers don't lie. It was extremely popular. Even TBC Anniversary was extremely popular.
Yeah. It still surprised me so hard how they were so convinced that we didn't want Classic, even though that there was like an obvious demand on it, even before like the whole like, oh, you think you do but you don't kind of statement,
yeah,
where like a lot of backlash was upon it. Like I just, it's so weird how it took them so long, and I wonder if that's sort of part of the sort of strategy I mean about it, or if it's just that they have their head in the sand, or that it's a smaller community than it actually felt like when you were in it.
I think what it might be is because Blizzard is such a massive company now that decisions get made very, very slowly, and it's not always made by the right people, if that makes sense.
Makes sense, but at the same time, you would think that knowing as well with like how much money it was like and how many subscribers they got more out of it, like it's a big change, but also if it creates a lot of revenue, it's a sort of open door kind of situation.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you would think it would be a no-brainer. Yeah, let's make this so we make more money.
Yeah, but maybe that's just, I don't know, I haven't worked in a company like that before, where you sort of experience changes in those ways.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm kind of on the very low end scale of that in the company that I work for, and I mean the very, very. I couldn't even compare it to Blizzard. The amount of like middle management and higher management, and C executives that have got in that company, to make decisions on these things. They have to go through so many loopholes and red tape to get stuff done. That's probably why a lot of you got bug fixes and hot fixes. I think that's why that usually took quite a long while, and that's why I think with classic actually vanilla, I think that's why it was so much more quicker. It was because it was a smaller team, so it was less loopholes to go through. I think especially Blizzard, I think their biggest focus is definitely on retail, to be fair. That brings in the most money, especially with all of the cosmetics and now with housing stuff that you can buy. Most of their resources going to that now. So the development team for what we've got, the classic side of things, TBC, MOP, and all that, and potentially Classic Plus. It will be a much smaller team, I think, because they won't probably give that much resources to it because it's all going into retail.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need that much resources.
No, to be fair, you don't. I mean, they made the original game with 4 people, more or less.
And I mean, if it's Classic Plus, you have let's say they add new zones or something, but then you still have 80% of the world already done. You don't need 500 men to write a story, items and whatever. You have it all there. In retail, you have to build up everything from zero.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, most of it's already there. I mean, literally all they'll be doing is just expanding on stuff that expanding on stuff that they just didn't finish because they just didn't have the time to finish it, and then B, just adding stuff that's already in the lore and just taking stuff from the original Warcraft games. Oh, I'm making a big mistake here. Yeah, I genuinely think they should definitely rip a load of stuff from Total WoW because again they had some really good ideas in there. So one of them, I don't know if you guys know much about Total WoW and what they do in it, but one of the things they did in Total WoW for their Classic Plus is they did what's called dungeon extensions. I don't know if you guys.
What's that?
I think I played a little bit in it. I can remember sort of. I think Deadmines was built way differently.
Yeah, it was huge. Deadmines is way different to what we got in TBC and Classic and Vanilla.
Yeah.
So what dungeon extensions were is basically taking already existing dungeons and then expanding on them in just adding a couple of different extra areas in there. Oh shit. F. So yeah, Deadmines is a great one actually because they actually added two new areas in Deadmines. So when you first go when you start off in Deadmines, you go when you go in the tunnels right at the beginning. So instead of going right to go take on the ogre boss, I can't remember what his name is now, Raxor or something like that. Instead of going right, you go left, and there's a whole different zone section there, and it's all this poison. Ooze coming out these turrets sort of thing. It's a whole you got all these poison puddles, and it actually gives you poison if you walk into them as well. And then at the end of it is an alchemist boss that you can fight. And then the second one was in just before the goblin smithy area.
Mm-hmm.
So just before you actually go down the ramp, there's a section on the top there. It's like a doorway that's been cut out, and when you go through there's a whole section of the harvesters, the grim harvesters. The walking scarecrow harvesting things they've got out in Westfall. There's an actual production liner there and a load of goblin engineers there, and at the end of it, there's literally a whole conveyor belt of parts for these harvesters, and at the end of it is this old mega harvester boss, which is pretty cool. Atrin, good to see you, man. Welcome in. Thanks for joining the group.
Greetings.
Tiara of
Be
Deep.
careful.
Right, I think I'm gonna ding here.
Safe travels.
Ooh.
What's that last part that you said?
Sorry, I was I just dinged. Level 44. Let's go. So yeah, at the end of that section, do you mean when I was talking about the dungeon? Is that what you meant?
I got thrown off a bit by what you said. I'm confused. Was that a thing for your Twitch or was
Oh yeah, no, that was sorry.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I should probably go back to push to talk actually. So, 1 second.
Oh no, that's all fine. Just keep it
Are you
on.
sh-
But that was just it threw me off. What was the thing that you said?
Oh man. But yeah, no, I think yeah, if they do Classic Plus, man, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see like dungeon extensions. I never got around to doing it, but they actually did one in Zul'Furruk as well, where you go into Zul'Furruk and there's a whole new section where they've got this like a little mini arena.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is yeah, no, and again in Wailing Caverns is another one. In Wailing Caverns, there's a section where you can go to where there's actual centaurs that you can fight in there, and it's like a waterfall. It's like a really nice like waterfall area, like a grove inside. Right.
I feel like I didn't play Turtle WoW enough to experience it actually, because I only think I just was like, oh, I get the gist of it now, and now it's like enough for me, and then I continue to play just the regular retail, not retail, but like classic Blizzard.
Yeah, the vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it another go, and just because there's so much content you can do in it, it's crazy how much you can do.
Yeah, wasn't it also the version with like a huge amount of achievements? Like different versions, and then like hardcore kind of, but also hardcore.
Yeah. So you can they've got a load of challenges that you can actually like self-found challenges you can do, which are completely optional. So it's similar to what we've got in TBC. You know, with like the Soul of Iron buff. So it kind of works a little bit like that, really. So you can opt in to do these challenges, and then obviously if you fail them, you get like a debuff or something like that happens. So yeah, there was some really cool things they did in that. And there was even a challenge where you can only like level up from killing boars. It's literally called the Boring Challenge.
Yeah. I wonder how many people actually do that shit.
I think you'd be surprised. I don't know.
Yeah, true. I was asking myself, would I be insane enough to do it? And I think that if I were invested enough to want to like be in that server, I would definitely do it as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Also, they actually made completely new custom dungeons as well in the game, which are really cool. See, Shaman, I've got to watch. Teddy Belcher, good to see you, man. Welcome on in. How you doing, bro?
What's being a Twitch streamer like, by the way? My neighbor is a streamer as well sometimes, but I wonder, like, what the life is like, or not necessarily what the life is like, because I like it's
what life?
Yeah, and it's like just a hobby based on like I did a quick Google on you and know that you're like not PewDiePie status kind of.
Oh yeah, no, I'm on the lowest low end there possibly is. Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, no, I enjoy it, man. I mean, I've done it a couple of times. I like Orc Shaman Mayspec. Hell yeah. We're Tauren Mayspec right now. Yeah, no, I just enjoy it, man. I've tried to do it a couple of times. I've burnt out a few times because life gets in the way sometimes. And one of the biggest things is obviously you kind of do grow outside of actual Twitch from the streaming side of things, really. So obviously you do make a lot of content outside of Twitch. You know, YouTube Shorts, YouTube long videos, TikToks.
Yeah.
And so imagine. Yeah, so that can be overwhelming in a way. Ooh, damn! Oh, you cheeky! Sorry, someone just summoned something right on top of me. What was I saying? I got completely derailed then.
The type of content that you had.
Yes.
Being burnt out.
Yeah, so you can get burnt out very quickly because it is a lot. You know, because when you're streaming, you want to stream for at least 3 hours. you know, at least 3 hours a night, and I do it 3 times a night. So I'm quite below on stuff behind on stuff as well. I find because I'm kind of limited to how much I play, because I don't want to play this character outside of streaming, because you know the character is kind of the content really. But then I need to make time to then do the video editing side of things, you know, make long form content, short form content. There's a lot of work involved, but I enjoy it. I generally actually do enjoy it.
Can I share some observations and ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I think first of all, your voice is really good. Like, it's generally very like soothing and warm and like lovely to listen to.
I've got the biggest smile on my face right now.
And your face fits with it. Like, it's like sometimes you wonder if you listen to a voice that you don't know what face fits with it. And like, how do I say this? Okay, I don't know if this is gonna be a compliment or not. But like,
right.
It's all meant with a good.
The voice matches the face, is what you're trying to say. Is that?
Yeah.
Or I've got a voice for radio.
Up the whole package.
I've got the whole package. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys.
You know, like, okay, this is gonna sound like sort of high school talk or whatever, but like, you know how when it comes to attractiveness, some people are like extremely attractive, whereas like not necessarily harder to be friends with, but it's like
I think you're trying to say I've got a friendly face. Is that what you're trying to say? Or is Discord just shut down again? Friendly bear. I'm a friendly bear. Alright, sorry, let's catch up on stuff. It's want the drop strength totem every 30 seconds, that's 60 each hour. You're doing 6% throughput. Yeah, I was just I was just kind of killing things and not really thinking about what I was doing. Spasms gets a compliment and Discord says no. Oh, it just shut down. As Sham was saying really nice things about me.
hey.
Oh, there we go. You were saying such nice things about me, and then Discord went, no, we're shutting that down. No,
Not on my watch.
Oh, that was too funny.
The thing that I was about to say was like, there's this guy that I knew from like high school who had the sort of face that is like not extremely attractive, but like at the same time sort of charismatic in a way where everyone would want to be their friend, or like everyone would feel easily close to him.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I don't know. There's something there. So I wanted to compliment you there.
Appreciate that, Sham. That's really nice of you to say.
And I wonder. Oh, this was a question that I was wanting to ask. When it comes to like the amount that you talk, or the sort of chaotic sense that you had with, for example, what you said earlier about like not remembering what you asked or not remembering what you said beforehand, etc., etc. Like that's kind of chaos. I wonder if the sense of energy that you bring with streaming is the same when it comes to like life itself. Like if you have a sense of like ADHD brain.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Which that you turn up a little bit more.
No, I'm exactly like this as I am in real life. I switch off so quickly. It's unreal. It's actually an ongoing joke at my work that I can just switch off. Like I literally switch off my brain. Like, and somebody be like, having a full blown conversation with me. I have like one ear free. Like I have like an earpiece in my ear, so I'm like listening to something, like a little bit of music or something, or a podcast, and I zone out completely. I completely zone out, and I have absolutely no idea someone's talking to me, and then I'll be talking to them, and something will happen. I'll get distracted, and completely forget about what I was just talking about.
Oh, but I meant more so about.
Do you think do I turn it up a little bit more when I'm streaming? I'm exactly the same in real life, to be fair.
Alright. Then I'm curious why you feel burnt out with it, since in my mind, so I'm quite calm, quite relaxed, quite like more introverted, and I wonder how it can be that you get burnt. Like this might be a dumb question, but just me trying to like understand how it must feel, even though I'm pretty much sure that I'm using the wrong words here. But
Yeah,
I
no,
wonder
that's
how
cool.
you can get burnt out if you have the energy to be so like chaotic.
Chaotic. It's not so much I get burnt out of the actual streaming side of things. It's just the burnt outness comes from everything else that comes with it. So the video editing, you know, the posting, you know, trying to keep on top of everything on, trying to think of the right explanation. Yeah, it's not so much the streaming side. If I could, I would just do streaming and that would be it. I wouldn't, you know, but that means I won't grow as a content creator, as a streamer as well, if I just do the streaming. So you do have to, it comes part of the package. You do kind of have to do all of the other extra stuff. So the long form videos, the short form videos, and it does take over your life quite a bit.
Do you need it though? Like, to what extent can you just keep it as a hobby without that?
Oh yeah, no, I mean I do keep it as a bit of a hobby. You know, it's just a hobby that I'm trying to build into something bigger. I'm not really burnt out now. It's like when I did it in the past, I've been burnt out because I was trying to balance doing the streaming, the video editing, and then also a relationship as well. I'm also obviously my daughter as well. Just trying to balance everything on top of also doing streaming and content creation. That's what burnt me out, I think, because it was a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Marv, thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that.
That's me, man.
Hey. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate the follow. It's really kind of you. Thank you, man.
I had to.
I got another question, and I just put me in my place if my questions are rude or my
No, not at all. You know, I enjoy the conversation, man.
When it comes to attention, how do I ask this? Wait, I'm trying to like combine a few people that I know in my mind and just sort of phrase it in a way where it feels both judgmental, but at the same time also not judgmental, because it's like attention in general is something that we all crave.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it can be somewhat of a tool. At the same time, it's like it's a weird like way as well, where we sort of change the way that we
the way we kind of interact with, you know, with and speak to people. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. And I wonder if you feel like knowing that there are eyes on you, if you feel like you are drawn to be different, or if it's still easy to stay close to yourself, or is there any struggles that you...
Yeah, I know. I get what you. Yeah, I get what you mean. So, do I put on? So, you're kind of like asking if I'm putting like a persona. I think that's what you're asking. So, when I'm live, how real am I live compared to real life? Yeah, no, it's a valid question. And to be fair, I wonder that as well. I wonder that with, with other people that do stream. You know, how real are you on stream compared to in real life? And obviously, I think to answer that question, I try to stay as true to myself as I can. So one of the things I do is I actually have no idea who's watching me right now. I just see people in chat and I just say hello to. I just respond to them and chat with them because I quite like not so much the attention, but I like being able to, you know, whilst I'm playing and doing what I'm doing, is also to chat to people as well. So there could be people that I know a couple of friends of mine that do watch as well on YouTube, and they just watch because they like to, like to hear the gameplay, like to hear me talking, like to hear my voice. Weirdly enough, they watch it to kind of relax, and so I don't actually know who's watching me. To be fair, I turn all that off, and I just kind of just just be as natural to myself as I can. I probably do turn it up maybe a little bit, a couple of dials, just because when you're streaming, you don't want to be sitting there. That's one of the things. You're not just sitting there, you know, playing the game like, yep, that's cool, yeah, you know, just you kind of you do put it on a little bit, so you're narrating a little bit what you're doing. You're kind of like saying what's on your mind a little bit more.
Sure. I mean, you have to. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
The listener, like the watcher is there to have a sense that there's someone around, or like there's some sense of like, I don't know, there's a sense of like filling silence that's required in some ways.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, and you don't want to be sitting there in silence too much. And when I first started streaming, I did struggle with that quite a lot, and I think to this day I'm still probably struggling with it a little bit. You know, you do have moments where your mind does just go blank, and you have to try and catch yourself when you're in that moment, because you don't always realize you're in that moment as well, which is it's a really weird paradox.
Elaborate. I didn't really catch that or understand it.
So yeah, so something I struggle with, especially when I first started doing the streaming, is to fill the void with me talking, and I think a lot of new streamers tend to struggle with that, because it's a little bit of a weird concept, because you are just literally sitting here on your own. Yeah, because you can have literally no one talking to you, like no one in chat, no one's watching you, but you still got to be in that mindset of like, yes, somebody could be watching me, so I've got to keep talking, and it's kind of a really weird mindset to get into, and I struggle with it sometimes, even still now, to catch myself when I'm in between doing stuff. Like, so if I'm just traveling to, say for example, I'm traveling from Dustwallow Marsh to, I don't know, Thousand Needles. I'm running that way. Instead of just running there in silence, I'll try and narrate what's going through my mind, what I'm thinking, what the plans are kind of like I'm thinking about doing. But even then, I still struggle. Sometimes I will find myself catching myself where I am just sitting there in silence a few times. My mind goes blank, and it's during that moment I kind of catch myself and then like think, right, okay, I need to talk.
Yeah, can imagine. Like, on the one hand, it being sort of therapeutic for you to actually be forced to share anything that's on your mind, and at the same time having those moments where there's actually nothing that was on your mind, and then feeling like, oh, I gotta say something to fill the
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I got another question though.
Yeah, of course, ask away, man. I'm loving these questions.
This is basically a weird question, I think, as well. Oh, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
Sound from Discord, I thought, and I figured, oh, disconnected
again. Oh, it's happened again.
Yeah. My experience with cameras in general, not that I have a lot of experience with it, but I've had my few moments of fame when it comes to like 5 minutes of fame, and that's it. In a sort of like anonymous and at the same time sometimes not anonymous way. And I want like my experience with it, and it's like small things, so it's not like, I don't know, it's big enough to have an experience, but small enough to say that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Basically, I feel like there's either two things that I experienced with it. First is being that I was completely away from what I actually was, like sort of playing a character, but like not necessarily playing a character, but just sort of playing a character, like sort of like being distanced from yourself in order to be able to deal with people watching, because you don't feel vulnerable because you're not yourself, if that makes sense.
I get what you mean. So yeah, that's where the so an online persona, that's called.
Yeah, in this case it was like still not online, but just a persona like in real life, but it was a persona, yeah.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that, and I think some people, I think a lot of streamers do that. They put on a persona, I mean, to some extent, I probably do a little bit. You know, I do try to stay as true to myself as I can, but then I do probably crank it up a little bit, just so, you know, then it's more entertaining for people to watch.
Yeah.
But I think, because I have experience on the stage, I'm a musician, so it's kinda, you can compare it to streaming in a way. I think it's not losing your own persona, even if you act different on stage or on camera, because of course this is another situation in life, a complete different, because eyes are focused on you and you have to entertain, and nobody can say to me that they are exactly on stage how they are in a normal life, because you can't.
Yeah, no,
be
you
that
absolutely
over
can't.
the top with normal people or with your friends. On work, I'm a little bit over the top as well as when I'm at home with my girlfriend, because I don't have the need to entertain someone. I have this, I say, gene now, or the need, the desire to entertain people. It's just in my mind. It's in my mindset, and so I had the way to go to this on stage, and I think that's your persona as well. That's why you want to stream. You want to entertain.
Yeah,
people.
no,
It's
do you know
your
what? You've hit
mindset.
the nail right on the head, to be fair. You've really hit the nail on the head. I do want to entertain people. I generally do, because I used to be in a band as well. I used to be a drummer and a singer, drummer slash singer. So I used to drum and sing at the same time in a band.
Me too, man.
Hell yeah, two
Hell
peas
yeah,
in a
man.
pod. Yeah. So again, I still remember the very first time I got on stage. How old? I was 19 at the time when I did it, and I remember I quite literally shit myself. Not literally, but yeah, the nerves really got to me, and I was like constantly had to go to the toilet because I was just so nervous.
Yeah.
But then that all got blown away as soon as I started playing. You know, and then it was just like business as usual. I started playing, and then it all just blew away. And I was like, this feels
Back home,
amazing.
right?
People are cheering for me. People enjoy listening to what we're playing. So yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head. I really like I do enjoy entertaining people, and I think that's why I've been so drawn to streaming, to be fair.
Sub, go with honor.
Do you feel like
For the horde.
the part that gets
Down.
attention is essential to you? Like, how do I say this? We all sort of feel like there's a part that wants to be seen, and sometimes we get appreciated or like admired for something that we sort of do instead of what we actually are.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're actually received by others? As weird as that sounds.
Not at the moment. Well, you know, I wouldn't say that that was a tough one to answer. I'm trying to get the right wording for this, because obviously with the streaming side of things and the content side of things, obviously there is an element of that, because when you get that, it's kind of like you're showed. It feels like you're growing as you know, as a content creator, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say I personally look to get it, because yeah, it's, again, that's really hard to answer. Yeah, no, it's just like I wouldn't say I don't crave. Yeah, I don't look to get that adulation. But I'd be lying if I said if I don't want it at the same time.
It's a part of the gig, kind of.
Yeah, it kind of comes part of parcel, really.
Oh no, but I think adoration is different than the real like human sense of like adoration feels like more on the sort of ego side, and I'm talking more about sort of the human side of someone actually seeing you for who you are, which is something that you feel more when you're closer to yourself. And I wonder to what extent that's sort of possible, or to what extent you feel that with streaming, because like to some extent, for example, we feel this with friends, we feel this way more with our partner, we feel this less with like co-workers or whatever, or like somewhat like more distance, or where we put up some sort of mask.
Yeah.
And I wonder to what extent you feel like, to what extent like if someone appreciates you with like streaming, if you feel like, oh, that's like someone actually appreciating me instead of what you make or what you provide. Does it make sense?
Yeah, so I think to answer that question, because I had this a little while ago, one of my viewers, he actually came into my stream one time and actually was really appreciative of the content I was putting out, you know, the streams and the content, because he was going through a really tough time, like with various things that was going on in his life, and that made me feel really good about myself, to be fair, that I was able to help him through something, through my content. I get what you mean, like, so yeah, when I'm like with, you know, when I was with a partner and they appreciate me for me, it is a different feeling, and it does feel nice. And then when I'm putting out content and that's also helping people, and it's like people enjoy it and they appreciate it. Also, it's a weird feeling, man. It does make you feel a really, you know, earlier when you was like saying, you know, about my voice, you know, it makes you feel really happy, if that makes sense.
I think it's a connection.
Yeah, you do feel a certain connection with, with people that do comment. You know, they do comment, they do come in and chat and stream, and there is a connection there, because obviously, I always try and talk to them as much as I can. Atrin, sorry, I meant to read your comment out, actually. I think it's adrenaline. Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of adrenaline. What you guys up to? I am just currently questing at the moment, but I'm doing the Shimmering Flats one, which is a lot of walking around. What was I saying? But yeah, it's like yeah. My brain's like firing at 100 seconds. My brain's not, my mouth's not catching up to it. Yeah, it does make you feel like really good about yourself. It's not obviously the reason why I do it. I do it because I enjoy doing things that I do. But then it makes things more worthwhile when you do get that, that adulation. People do come in and appreciate the stuff that you do.
I wonder, and don't answer this question yet, but like I wonder what job you have outside of this.
You wish to speak?
And I can either start guessing, and then you sort of give the answer at the end of it, or you're like, oh no, I'm not gonna share that, which is also.
So yeah, no, it's fine. I've shared it on stream before what I actually do for my job. It's not a problem.
I'll guess.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's do it.
So, okay, considering that this is purely a hobby, considering that you've been in a band, considering that you are quite an entertainer, I don't think that your job is actually in entertainment, because I think that you'd be sort of, I wouldn't say bored, but like you wouldn't try to get this side of your system, or like this side of like you into the world, if your life was in entertainment in any way, shape or form. Unless you were like backstage in something, but I don't think that would be your thing, being backstage. Easy answer would be sort of teacher or nurse.
I would say social worker. That was in my mind, with this sympathetic face, this kind voice, something like this.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say, I don't think social worker, because I think that he would be able, like he would have, like, I don't know, how do I say this? In some fields of social work, you would be, I'm not saying you're a bad listener, but I think that there's a sense of chaos that you have in your head that wouldn't be applicable to being a social worker in some ways.
Yeah,
like,
I kind of get that. Yeah, I kind of get that. I think, to be fair, the chaos in my head is because I'm someone that focuses on one or two things at a time. When it comes to streaming, you're kind of focusing on like support for at minimum 3 to 4 things all at the same time.
True.
Hey, how you doing?
I think with
Keep
some
it real.
conversations
Have
in
a good
social
one.
work, you also have to like have multiple
good.
topics of one conversation at the same time and knowing how to wrap like multiple things to each other. So even if
Yeah.
you're focused, it still requires you to be able to sort of go parallel with your head. And I think that's something that I can't do myself as well, but like really good social workers tend to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be shitty if you end up saying like, oh yeah, I'm a social worker. I think we're,
Yeah, I'm not.
okay. I think fuck.
You're a supervisor or a team leader somewhere. I am not
Yeah, I think
actually.
I'd
No,
say
that's not
nurse.
right. Yeah, you have to guess again.
I'm gonna go with nurse.
No, yeah, no, I'm not a nurse.
All right, go for it. What is it?
Yeah, you were way off the mark. To be fair, I am a web developer. So
Okay.
way off the mark.
That's fair. IT.
Back over here. So yeah, no, I and it's quite perfect for me really because it kind of does scratch the creative side of me. Because that's one thing I've always had is like that creative itch, which kind of goes part and parcel of the entertainment side, and also that's why I was in a band as well. Because I like to be able to create stuff. I actually at one point was training to be a game developer. So I was I did a uni course in an open uni course in the UK to do train as a game developer, and then I kind of fell into level design. Just mostly because of I got returned there. Sorry, I was doing a quest. I forgot. I did not read what I had to do. So yeah, no, I did a game design course, and I almost got a job in it actually, and it kind of all just kind of fell through. So it actually ruined a relationship for me as well. It was a long-term relationship I was in. It was like a year and a half. I was with this girl, and I was still quite young at the time. We're both very young at the time, and I was in my very early 20s when this happened. And I got offered a job out in Germany for a company to become a junior level designer, which is my dream job at the time. But then they added a caveat to it. It's like they're only going to take me on if they fill the role of a senior level designer who will be kind of in charge of me, training me up and getting the skills up that up to par of what they need. And I never filled that role, and I chased them for about 3 months, and ruined the relationship for me. I was ready to move out to Germany. I was like, everything's ready, I was ready to go, and then after 3 months they turned around and went, no, I'm not taking you on. And then I was was the final nail in the coffin for me and that kind of things, because I tried so many times to get into that industry. It's a very hard industry to get into in the UK, especially. And yeah, and and that was the kind of final straw for me. And I thought, don't want to do this anymore. And then I kind of did some searching around and thought, what can I do that's kind of still working with PCs and and still creative. And then I thought, I could probably do web development.
Yeah.
And then I studied that studied that for a long time.
It doesn't surprise me hearing that after your passion for the way in which Turtle WoW created their dungeons.
Yeah, because I just love that kind of it's so simple. It's such simple design, just to extend dungeons, but it makes the dungeon experience just so much more fresh, new, and exciting. Because it wasn't just the areas. It was it's also the level as well. There's new mechanics as not so much mechanics, but you get new items as well. There's new items that you can get excited for. It's such a simple idea, but it worked. In my experience, it worked extremely well.
Yeah. Do you need a lot of communication with your IT job?
Thankfully not, no.
Thankfully. You just want to be in your own world and like be left alone and just be able to do your work.
In a sense, yeah, just to switch off and just crack on with what I'm doing. Don't get me wrong, I like to turn around and have a chat with the people I work with. It's quite funny. Some of the conversations we have at work do generally make me laugh, like belly laugh. And I had tears in my eyes yesterday. I was one of the guys I worked with. He was laughing so hard he fell out of his chair, and I was just sat there crying my eyes out with laughter. It was brilliant. Well, Atrin wants to know what Sham Hero other guys do. Well, yeah, what do you guys do? Don't mind me asking.
Just questing in Fairless.
I think he meant jobs, but you don't have to answer that. It's fine. Is that your job?
I'm a professional quester in Azeroth.
Definitely.
I don't get paid for it, but it is my job.
Yeah, you're a professional go-againer.
Yeah. No, but to answer, I used to have 2 jobs, actually sort of 3 jobs, but the third one is not really a job.
Okay.
First one is phlebotomist, which is a fancy word for someone who draws blood.
Oh, cool.
Really fun, like genuinely really fun. Especially patients who are nervous, like sort of being able to, I don't know, this is gonna be sounding really arrogant, but I was fucking good at my job and I was really good with people that were nervous. Like I'm terrible with kids, but with every other person, I'm fucking great. So,
yeah, you can calm them down and get them to actually do what they need to do.
yeah, just drawing blood itself and just the contact with patients, that was good. So that was satisfying, and at the same time I felt like I don't want to do this full time. So I did it full time, but I felt like I don't want to work with people constantly. So my second job became, the word is sort of application manager, but the real meaning is that it's just an IT job where I was talking with people in the company that needed applications, and I was talking with people that made the applications, and basically I did jack shit, and the things that were built did jack shit, and I got paid quite a lot, even though like it was the most useless, boring, like and this happened quite often, if I just didn't do anything at all, it was all fine and people were happy with me.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And the third job was sometimes I was a teacher, or like guest teacher at IT. But like I had these 3 jobs until 2 years ago, and then I got quite physically ill, and now we're here and still sort of recovering.
Oh damn! Oh, I'm glad you're recovering though. I won't ask. I won't go into too much detail if you don't want to about.
You can ask anything.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. What happened?
I don't know if you know what Crohn's disease is.
I do know what Crohn's disease is. Yeah. Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, I got it for 10 years or so, and to some extent, I'm lucky because I know people that are like destroyed by it.
Yeah.
But I had it for like, I don't know, about 10 years or whatever. And the first 8 years were pretty doable, but the last like 2 or 3 or 4 years were like increasing pain, and now like had surgery more than a year ago, and had some complications with that. So eventually probably things will turn out right. At the same time, I feel like coming back to playing WoW like pretty aggressively or like way too much. I feel like it's a really great coping mechanism, but I feel like my brain is definitely just drowning in dopamine right now. And
just the cope, yeah.
Yeah, and just I can't. Like I noticed that even though I'm able to put my mind out of it, which I really needed the last couple of months, because things got really rough with some complications and like
Right.
being in the hospital again a couple of times, etc., which was shitty. But I was like, okay, so I got through that, and I was like, do I still want to continue my life in like very dopaminergic, like really only technology kind of stuff, and or do I want to sort of ease it out, ease it down a little bit? So this is a weird experience that I had, for example, today, where I don't see people that much anymore because I can't move much.
Right.
And friendships kind of, I wouldn't say went away, but like went a bit more quiet. I still have friends, but I don't see them that much. By the way, I hadn't seen people just in general for weeks on end. And then today I went to my aunt and uncle and my 2 cousins. And it's just so amazing how the difference feels between like being shut off from the world and like being so like not leaving
isolated.
the house for so long, sort of gets you into a sort of mind space.
Yeah.
Like within literally like, I don't know, 15 or 30 minutes, just sort of changing again a bit, and then coming home and feeling sort of at ease. And I think that's definitely just the shift from like drowning your brain with dopamine, shifting to like endorphins or whatever, or like real connection, or just sort of being more in tune with what life is about, or with connection or love or whatever you would call it. Just something way more real. And I was sort of feeling like, I don't know, it feels weird because I feel like I've given up the opportunity to sort of be able to live life again because I got so ill.
Right.
And I was like, sometimes you get a spark of it, sometimes you're able to get a spark of it, but at the same time, I'm still quite ill, so it's hard to sort of, it's easier to give up on it instead of to take whenever you can have it. Because it's hard to be disappointed constantly, and it's easier to just give up on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I kind of, obviously not to the same extreme that you kind of have gone through, but I kind of go through the same thing in a way where I'm just, to be fair, it's my own fault as well, because I'm just focusing on what I'm doing now, and it does kind of take away the opportunity to, it's still there, but it's only if I want to do it. So yeah, you know, with this, again, going back to the streaming side of things, you know, I tend to not do, sorry, let me start again. I tend to, you know, with relationships and stuff like that, I've kind of like been mostly like actual romantic relationships, not so much with friends. And I'm quite blessed that the friends I've got the type of friends that I wouldn't talk to them for months and months, but then I'll drop them a message and it's like, yeah, the last time we spoke was yesterday. There's that kind of friendship. I'm quite blessed in that sense. But yeah, the romantic side of things, you know, I just kind of, yeah, because I'm going through a separation at the moment. As part of
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's just so there's a lot that I'm going through right now. Is with the house, you know, that kind of, you know, everything involved with the separation, and it's a mindfuck. And that's kind of why I kind of come back to streaming again, because you know, like yourself, actually, it's kind of like not a coping mechanism, but you know, it's giving me something to focus on rather than focusing on that, you know.
Do you feel like you need it more now that you're going through this rough stuff?
I don't think I don't think I could if I wanted to just drop streaming. I don't want to. I quite enjoy it. I do enjoy it, you know, and it gets, you know, it gives me, you know, the chance to do the things that I'm doing now, you know, with the hardcore challenge. So if I didn't do streaming, I wouldn't be talking to you guys right now, you know, and I enjoy these little interactions that we have. Escape from reality for a little while, you know, and that's a big part why I think I love gaming as well. Gaming does get, and also actually to go even further than that, it's why I'm recently got into LARP. Live action role playing, because it's an escape from reality, and it's just you know, you don't have to worry about the woes of the world, what's going on, you know, what's going on in your life. You just go there, and you just forget about that. You're a different character, and you just have fun. And I kind of do streaming of that as a little bit as well. You know, I just have fun.
I don't know if I'm if I should ask a bit more about that situation that you're in, because on the one hand I'm curious, but on the other hand, since you're saying like, oh, it's more so like streaming is about fun, and also I can imagine being on camera and being online or whatever, those are private issues. But
yeah, no, I don't mind too much. Yeah, the full ins and outs I'll probably keep private, but I don't mind like general questions. It's not a problem.
Feel free to just not answer whatever, or like push me back whenever things are
Yeah, of course, man. No worries.
Yeah, tell me more. What's going on?
Oh, so, yeah, no. So it just didn't work out. I made a mistake. Something, you know, I didn't think it was that much of a mistake. It was a not a big mistake, but didn't think it was marriage ending. But my soon-to-be ex-wife didn't think so. So yeah, she just kind of just gave up. You know, really, if I'm being perfectly honest, she just gave up. There was a lot more to it behind that as well. You know, but in essence, she just kind of just gave up.
Do you think that she was already sort of in the process of giving up, and this was sort of?
Yeah, everyone I've spoken to has kind of felt that way as well. You know, I'm trying to be as vague as possible, just out of respect as well. But yeah, yeah, everyone I have spoken to kind of felt that she was already on the way out, and this was the final push, sort of thing.
In hindsight, or in the moment itself, a sort of double question: did you feel that feeling that she was sort of already giving up or backing out or whatever?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, and that kind of pushed me to make the mistake that I made. To be fair. God. Right.
Makes me feel a little bit like. So, I think a lot about. Not a lot, but like sometimes, whenever relationships end, I tend to think about.
What do you need?
How people are attached. If like, are people securely attached or avoidantly attached, or what's the third again? Anxiously attached. And I sort of like, not necessarily that one is like a person is one thing or the other thing. Like sometimes we have multiple about it, or like sometimes the relationship itself sort of brings certain dynamics that sort of come up sometimes. That I don't know, sometimes when some things end, I can already sort of have in my mind how things go, or how communication has been going, or like how things have been through time. So I'm just sort of going through my mind with like, I can't imagine feeling how a partner is slowly sort of backing out and sort of feeling that. But like, it is rough in your situation to feel that. Like, just pushing aside the fact, or the sort of making a mistake part. How was it to feel that your partner was backing out?
Oh, it was rough. Oh, it was really rough. Again, the mistake I made, I didn't think it was going to be marriage ending. And just, you know, just a tiny bit of insight to the private. I was married for like 2 months. But yeah, and just the whole process afterwards, I'll be perfectly honest, I was devastated. You know, I had to go for quite a lot to get to where I am now, to be fair. And it's still an ongoing journey as well, you know, and that was the main thing I can do. It's just kind of pick myself back up and build myself back up again, really, and then just self-improve, which I've been concentrating quite a lot on as well, especially with weight loss as well. I've been focusing quite a lot on my weight loss journey. I've been doing really well with that, to be fair, and then just kind of, you know, being the best, because I've got a little daughter as well, and that's why I was late tonight. And just, you know, just trying to be the best dad I can for her, really. And, you know, just kind of like put priorities, really shuffle priorities, really, and just kind of keep going. Sounds good. Thanks, Actren. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, back this Discord. Did Discord just shut down again?
Oh, man.
Oh, you still here? I'll just start talking to myself again. Yeah, no, I mean, again with the weight loss thing, you know, I was getting quite big. I struggle losing weight anyway, but then since the separation started, I was able to kind of like focus on, you know, actually doing a certain type of diet that I've always wanted to go back and try again, because I knew I had really good results from it. I wasn't able to do that whilst I was in a relationship and everything. You know, it's that dynamic. You know, I eat with, you know, my family. I eat what they eat. You know, obviously don't want to be eating what I would want to eat. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and I'm still kind of going through the process now. And again, the streaming does help, to be fair, because it kind of gives me something to focus on a bit more. You know, so I'm not sitting at night just kind of just, you know, not wasting away, but yeah, and that kind of vibe.
Do you feel like you're sort of, how do I say this, dealing or grieving with the end of it, or do you also feel like dealing or grieving with the whole like road towards it and what made it to this point?
Possibly both, to be fair. I think I'm maybe still grieving a little bit, but I've got a really weird mindset where I can kind of, it sounds really like psychotic, but I can kind of, I just crack on. You know, it's just I don't know if there's a better word to say. I can just move on. That does sound very. I'm saying it out loud. It does sound a little bit psychotic, but I don't know what it is. It's just my brain is just wired a little bit differently. Obviously, I'll go through my grieving processes and whatnot, and you know, grieve how I need to. You know, in all aspects of life. You know, when things happen, and then I can just remember weapon skill. Don't pull too big. Yeah, no, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, and I just kind of just get on with life. You know, I don't let it drag me down constantly. I just, you know, I go through my process, and then I just get on with life.
Yeah, sounds fair. I mean, does it feel like it should be different than that, or does it just feel like, okay, this feels normal and fine?
See, this is what I don't know, and I don't know if this is, you know, it's why I think maybe my brain's a bit wired, because I'm just a little bit different from. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should feel differently. I just.
Well, let me read. Does it feel natural the way that you're dealing with it?
To me, it does.
Then that's the only important thing.
Yeah, to me, it does. It's just like, you know, I might have moments where, yeah, I'll get a bit sad and upset, but you know, I have that moment, and I just kind of. Again, I just get on with things, because at the end of the day, I'm a father of a little one, and I've got bills to pay. I've got a house to look after. You know, I've got all these responsibilities that I've got to do. I just got to get on with stuff.
That's kind of a healthy mindset, because you could drown in bad feelings or fall into bad habits.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say at the same time, though, so just to sort of draw back a little bit to a different story, to sort of get the spotlight off of you for a second.
Of course.
I can imagine you feeling like this is a sort of personal stuff. But anyway, I recently had a friendship break up. Like one specifically. There's a this is a weird story, but I'll try to keep it short and sweet.
Go for
There's a
it.
friend that I made online about a year ago, and basically we send each other voice messages for like almost every day for about like 30 to 45 minutes, like vice versa. So it was like more than an hour that I would spend on her every day, which is fucking great because she was by far the most interesting and also interested person that I've ever met. And to some extent, like, how do I say this? So there's a few things. First of all, I've never been in a relationship before. I've had some opportunities, like I have a lot of like female friends, it's all great, but never had a relationship, even though I had opportunities. Never really felt like it felt right. And even though I knew with this friend, because this friend lived in a different country, and even though it was just purely voice messages and not really being in each other's presence in real life, it felt like it was the closest to a relationship that I would ever felt. And like it recently ended, or sort of, I think it ended. It could be that she eventually responds back to my message, but either way, I think there's definitely throughout time I still
We're getting those weapon skills up. We're going to get there eventually.
Realizations or new feelings about like, oh, like these are the things that were bothering me, or like these are the things that I could have done differently, and these are the sort of dynamics that were there, and these are the things in which like why she said this and why she said that. And even though like, it isn't in a way of like I should have done things differently, then I wouldn't be hurt, then sort of the friendship would still be intact. But it's more so just understanding how I work, understanding how dynamics work, understanding how people relate to me, understanding communication or friendships or relationship or whatever. And I feel like pondering over it, like there's a difference between, of course, like sort of being indulged in emotions, but at the same time, I value just being in that space for quite a long time because there's a lot I learned from it, like a lot. It was a blast. The whole like friendship, and now sort of realizing some things about like why I was so drawn towards her and how it was so interesting and how things came out to be and how things ended.
Yeah, I mean, you just learn. You do learn from these experiences, and from that you kind of build. You use that as a building or a foundation. So when you do feel like, you know, you found the right person that you want to, make a relationship with, build something more than just a friendship, then you kind of use those experiences to then build something solid. And you can kind of pick up things, not what to say, not what to do, how to kind of act a little bit, how to make decisions on certain things. It's all a learning experience. Life is just one big learning experience.
So what are the things that you learned from the last months leading up to making a mistake until what did you learn in everything regarding that? Like what happened within you, or what happened within communication with her? Like what did you learn?
So not so much communication with her. It's mostly just I kind of learned to reach out to my friends more and talk to people. That was
the need behind that, or what's the reason that that's the thing that you learned about it? I'm not too sure, because part of me thinks if I had reached out to someone, I wouldn't have made the mistake that I made. What did I just put down? Oh shit! Sorry, I need to lock in for a second. I made a big mistake. There we go. Right, I'm good.
what did I say? What was I saying? Yeah, for me, yeah. If I hadn't, if I had reached out to friends to talk about things that were going through my mind that led to my mistake, it might have stopped me from doing it, potentially.
That feels sort of mechanic. I'm curious what the desire was behind making a mistake.
See, that one's going to be a bit private, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, no, that's a bit. Yeah, no, it's fine for you to ask. I don't mind the actual asking of it. Yeah.
Sure. That's why I said at the beginning, feel free to push back.
Yeah,
and say
of course, man. And I appreciate. And you know, it's nice that you're taking an interest. To be fair, you know, it's kind of nice that I can talk about it. To be fair. Uh-oh.
But I think that in general, like, I got the sense that, I don't know, this is just, no wait, this is just purely me guessing, but it's, for me at least, no wait, what do I want to say?
I appreciate our trend. Cheers for our trend. Sorry, Shan.
I was about to say something in regards of like, we can reach out to people, but at the same time, if the sort of need to reach out, I don't know, it's whole thing about like, we can squash our desires, but often enough, the desires are the things that we need to question about, like, where does it come from? How do we deal with it? And also sometimes sort of understanding how relationships work, understanding how, like, at the start of things are way more sort of dopaminergic, and like throughout the years, it's more like stability way where sometimes we need like new things, or sometimes communication, sometimes sort of switches, or people suddenly get more anxious or more avoidant, or suddenly draw back, or like there's all sorts of like ways in which relationships change in a very, very understandable, or like very predictable, that's a better word, very predictable pattern.
Yeah.
Where, I don't know, sort of squashing desires is a thing that's just a harder game than understanding how things work, especially if you want to sort of learn or prevent or be happier in next futures or whatever. But this is purely sort of a general sense without knowing the details, which is totally fine. But at the same time, I know that because I don't know the details, it might just be that whatever I said doesn't apply. So
Yeah, I mean, there is some. Oh, sorry. One second. Yeah, there is some elements to that. For me, it was kind of like. And you know, you guys might feel this way as well. So you might feel like there's a lot on your shoulders, especially being, you know, like the man of the house sort of thing. Like that's what I meant by I was able to reach out to other people, because I always felt like I had to shoulder everything. I had to be the one, you know, to be the the strong rock and everything. And when you're in that mindset, it can really wear you down, like mentally it can wear you down. So that's when I say, you know, I was able to reach out to people, that's kind of part of it, because I can then unload that burden slightly.
I feel free still like to say like, okay, this is too private or whatever, but is that a sense of like, because that sort of touches on the feeling of being appreciated, or is it the sense of sharing that sort of weight on your shoulders, or like being understood and seen of like but this is kind of the same as appreciative. It's just sort of knowing that the other person knows that you're actually lifting something. Like, because there's a lot in what you say there.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit like you kind of just have the weight lifted off, even if it's just briefly. You know, even if it's just briefly, you can have that weight lifted off you just by talking to someone. You can have that weight lifted for you, and it just makes it a little bit easier for you to cope with it.
How's the experience for you for someone else to lift that weight off you? Is it just purely talking about it? Is it sort of someone being thankful for it? Like, I don't know.
Sorry, got locked in for a second.
I think I'm overcomplicating things in my head. But I think
Fair.
So guys, I'm heading to bed.
Sure.
No worries, man. Thanks for the grip earlier, man. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the follow as well.
Was a nice chat, guys. Stay safe.
Yeah, no, really, yeah, no, thank you so much, man.
Bye-bye.
Get back to the question, Sham. So you might have to repeat that question for me, actually, because I had to lock in for a second then.
I don't think that there was a question in it. I was
Yeah. Yep, going over your, yeah.
I'll just shift a little bit back to myself and my experience with like ending new friendship and my sort of experience when it comes to like potential dating or potential relationships. Just to sort of, I don't know, how do I say this? I'm confused myself when it comes to relationships, what I actually want, or what would actually fulfill me, or what would actually make life easier, or make the like heaviness of life get away. Because it feels like in some way, even if someone is the perfect partner, it still feels like there's nothing they would be able to say or do in order for me to not feel like I have to provide for them, or I have to like give up my sense of calm for them, which is unhealthy. Like at the end of the day, we have to provide for our own like nervous system, and we can't control the nervous system of the other person.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's hard sometimes when someone, for example, complains a lot, or like goes through a lot of shit, or like, I don't know, just there's this weird like tug of war with some people, and like it's interesting sometimes how the types of people where I draw closest to, like feel the most sort of interest towards, are the people that are actually exhausting me. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people, like not at all. It isn't that I'm attracted to toxic, but it's that it's a whole like, I don't know, avoidant and anxious drawing towards each other or something like that, or like, I don't know. I don't really get yet what I want. It's quite confusing sometimes to actually know what I want, and then also sort of like, well, would I want sort of to enter a relationship not knowing what I want? And then it's like, well, the solution is just sort of sometimes voicing out that I don't know what I want, but just voicing out that instead of coming with solutions or whatever. Because sometimes things are about fixing together instead of alone.
I mean, that's half the battle, is actually figuring out what you actually want. I mean, I think you need to figure that out before you do start doing anything, anything like dating and stuff like that. And it's good that you are figuring these things out, because obviously you don't want to waste your time, you don't want to waste their time. If you want different things, and I think is what you said as well is very important as well. Is having your own peace of mind as well is very important, I feel.
Yeah, I think that at the end of it, what I said was that sort of sometimes it's okay to not know what you know. How do I say this? sometimes it's sort of okay to voice out confusion, even if you don't
Yeah.
have the answers yet.
Yeah, because when you do that, it kind of like, it almost does help you try and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know exactly what you want right now, and you might not get the answers right now, but at least when you voice them out, and when you speak to someone as well, and this is the beauty of, you know, reaching, and this kind of ties back into, you know, reaching out as well to, you know, friends and just people in general. They can offer, you know, another perspective, which that you wasn't, you know, you didn't really think of at the time, which then might lead you to the answer that you was looking for.
At the same time, I'm curious. Like for example, with that friend that broke up, I know at the end of it, I should have said something that I didn't, and I know that I could have said those things, or I could have talked about it with like other friends, but I'm like, I can't deal with the problems in that friendship by talking about it with other people. So it's like having to face things instead of like sort of fixing things, or like instead of sort of dealing with things or feeling differently because I talk with it like with other people. Like the point I'm trying to make is like, why did you feel like reaching out to other people instead of being able to talk with your soon-to-be ex-partner?
Because it just felt like, again, it felt like it was something I couldn't talk about as well at the same time. I know it's a weird thing to say, but it just felt like it was, you know, the things that was going through my head, it felt like I couldn't actually talk to anyone about it. But then after everything happened, it then made me realize, shit, I should have actually talked to someone.
I think she definitely, if you feel like you walk around with wanting to say something but feel like I can't share it for whatever reason, for like,
and Boozle, good to see you, man. Welcome on in. How you doing?
Or like lift the burden yourself.
Sharon, good to see you.
I can't imagine her not feeling that, and I'm not saying that at a sort of blamey way, but at the same time, people, when they carry a burden that they want to carry themselves, or if they are not opening up about what they feel, I can imagine that feels towards another person as sort of leaning backwards, or like getting further away from the other person.
Yeah, and again, this is something I just felt like I couldn't really talk to anyone about it really. So it's, yeah, and again, this is something I've learned to kind of to open up a bit more, really.
Okay. Sorry, I went a little bit into like therapist mode.
So good. 1 second. Move back over to here.
Have you had many relationships before this one?
Spaz or Milkman, when next stream? Next stream will be tomorrow, guys. Yeah, tomorrow at 7:30 will be the next stream. Bamboozle, looks like I've joined a deep convo. How you been, mate? Missed you this week. Yeah, no worries. Missed you too, Bamboozle, man. Yeah, no, this week's been a bit of a busy one. So I got to reply to
You're muted. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, no, sorry, that was on purpose. I was just replying to someone on stream. Yeah, I've been in quite a few, to be fair. But I won't lie, but I have been in quite a few. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning, you know, how to be the best person I can be for someone else. You know, well, not so much for someone else actually. No, I'll take that back. If I do get myself into another relationship, I am now self-improving myself still to, you know not what to do and what to do, sort of thing. Cracker, CF again, or are we going to Moralden? Why not both? We do both. Let's do both. Let's pop one of these real quick.
I wonder myself when it comes to relationships. I think my view on it is way too conservative and unhealthy and way too romantic, I think. Like, not based in reality, which is basically sort of the sense of like the moment I go for someone, I will go for them 100% with sort of the vision of like I will only try things out if I want to eventually like marry the person or whatever, or like
Yeah, I get that.
It gets close to like it has to be perfect in order for me to go for it, which is delusional and not based in reality, and also sort of it's easy to not go for things with that in mind. And I think that I definitely have had opportunities but didn't go for it because I felt like, oh, it wouldn't be respectful of me to go for this person when I have doubts or whatever. And in hindsight, I'm like, dude, what the fuck was I actually thinking? Like, it would have been, at the very least, a very cool experience. Could have learned something, could have had fun. And also, I know that even though I don't have experience with relationships, but I'm quite sure I'd be a good partner. Or
Yeah.
I'd like to think I am.
Yeah, of course.
You never know for sure, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my point with that was.
You feel like you've missed out, I think. I think that might be what...
Yeah.
Because of like your views on the relationship, because it's, you know, and I think maybe this might have come from, I don't know, for me it sounds like it might have come from a little bit from Hollywood, for films and things like that. Maybe I think that might be a play in there, and social media as well. So, you know, it's always this chase of perfection.
I think it's more the when in doubt, do no harm.
Okay.
And that to the extreme of like, I don't want someone to have expectations or like sort of to give someone the idea that I am completely into them when I still have some sort of doubts, which is completely normal and healthy, especially at the beginning. And I think that I was just like, well, I don't know, it's not very...
Good night, Atron. Thank you again for the run today, man. Yeah, I'll try and catch you tomorrow. And hope you have a good sleep, man.
It feels weird to say, but that friendship with that girl for a year just learned me so much about relationships, even though we weren't in a relationship. But it's just, she was one of those people that had a relationship, like had plenty of relationships and had like a very, very full life. And I'm one of those guys that's way more overthinking things, or like we talked about before, sort of I learn a lot about sort of one situation and sort of drawing a lot about it instead of going through a lot of situations and sort of experiencing more. But like with this one, like I don't know, I learned a lot.
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think you just, it sounds like you just need to experience some new things. You know, just kind of get into a relationship and just see how things go, and just to experience that a little bit more. But again, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do that, though. It is sometimes, you know, especially if you're a self-doubter as well. It can be hard to do that. But then, you know, the more experience you get, the more you grow.
Yeah, that's true. I think though that outside of just how things will be now, I do think that, and this, I don't know if this is a valid feeling to have, but I feel like sort of feeling somewhat sad about not having a relationship in my teens or 20s. Like with teens, most teens don't have relationships, but with like 20s, that sense of like, I don't know, it being novelty for each other instead of with like 30s plus, where most people in general already have a relationship or two under their belt and it's less novelty based. And for me it still is, and it's like, I don't know, I think I would have preferred to experience things as sort of novelty based with someone else as well. And I don't know if that makes me insecure, knowing that most people already have a relationship with like the age range that I would date now. Like, I don't know if it's an insecurity kind of thing. But it does bother me, and I don't know why.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't. So one rule that I try to stay with, and everything I do, is I try not to have too many regrets, especially regrets that I didn't do something. So, for an example, so for example, the LARP thing. So I know it's going a little bit differently, but I don't want to be going through. I went to an event last year that I was very skeptical about going to, and I was always been skeptical about doing, just because I thought I might have been, I thought it might not like. Well, I think I would like it, but then I think, would I fit in? Is it going to, all these other like doubts that I would have about it, all these like insecurities about me going, am I going to be, am I going to look stupid, and all these other things. But then I'm so glad I went to it, because then I think I would have regretted not going. I think the regretting something, regretting not doing something outweighs the insecurities that I would have had, thinking about it. Yeah, just go for it. Just go for it. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But two things. First of all, I think that it's the biggest thing about it, which feels heavier, I think, is in general just the sense that I missed something, instead of the sense of like not going for it right now, but because now I'm more open to things when I feel doubt about it. But it's more so like, shit, I should have just gone for it despite doubting it. That's sort of the same thing that I feel.
Yeah.
And the second I wonder is that I don't get how this is purely like, one part is, as I said, sort of, I don't know if grief is the right word, but just sort of feeling sad about like missing opportunities, whatever. Second thing is also just sort of self-judgment about why didn't I just have that same mindset before about like, well, just go for it, it's easier, or like it feels better to go for it instead of regretting it. Like, it's such an obvious thing. And also, like, as I said, like, having conversations with that friend of the year and learning a lot about like her mindset and her life, and how her life was pretty like interesting and full and satisfying despite being somewhat wacky. Not that I didn't enjoy my life, and there's definitely a lot of aspects that I enjoy from it, but there's also just a few like,
Rags in, nice to see you, man. Welcome on in.
I'd say definitely the whole
How you doing, man?
relationship part just of my life is the only thing where I was so avoidant in, where I'm like, fuck, should have done it better, should have done it differently.
Yeah, I mean, things. So again, this hindsight's a beautiful thing. To be fair, hindsight is such a beautiful thing, because again, I've had moments like that as well. But yeah, it's just again, it's just a learning experience. Again, to be fair, it's like, you kind of just then you take that experience of like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, and then the next time you're in that situation, you kind of know, okay, this has happened, I've had this happen before, I should do this, this is what I should do. That makes sense.
It's interesting thing how sometimes people learn things at such a slow pace, and it's hard not to judge them or judge ourselves. And maybe that's just,
Yeah.
I don't know how to get rid of judgment, but I also feel it towards other people. Like, I don't know, someone, I know someone who like was an alcoholic for their whole lives and then quit drinking at 80 years old or so.
Yeah.
Like, at one point you're like, how do I say this? On the one hand, I'm like, that's very impressive, especially like when it doesn't, when you don't have that much life left, it would feel hard.
I'm glad you're doing good, Rags. Then I think that's our dynamic. Yeah, 100%.
She was like, yeah,
100%.
I want to be sober when I die or something like that, or like I want to experience that before my death. But on the other hand, I was also like, how the fuck did you not like go to some realizations early in life, and how did you fuck your life up for so long before you got to the conclusion?
Yeah.
Does this make sense? Sort of.
You know what's just something that really fascinates me as well, actually, is how unique people are. I was having this thought the other day about how people are so unique. It's actually quite fascinating. Like, people can be in the same area or have a similar lifestyle, but then have completely different perspectives about that. So again, like, for example, you know, relationships and stuff like that is, you know, I've gone from life having, you know, multiple relationships, but then I still fuck up. You know, I still fuck up. Yeah, it's a human thing to fuck up. And someone else can not have one, and then still be like, you know, where am I trying to go with this? I'm trying to go somewhere with this. Hold on, I'm trying to cook. I'm trying to cook here. It's just fascinating how people could just have completely different outlooks and perspectives of things, you know, but at the same time we're all still human, and we can easily find common ground and stuff, and you know, and it just fascinates me. It generally does fascinate me. Don't think people can judge others before they judge themselves. Yeah, no, Rags, and you're completely right in on Twitch. Yeah, you definitely need to be able to judge yourself before you judge others. 100%. Right, another quest down.
And I think that sort of we're different and still alike. I think, yeah, we're different. I think the thing that makes us alike is that we all in general have the same, not necessarily desires, but like, I don't know, we're all just sort of predictable machines in some ways.
Yeah.
Not necessarily always predictable, but in some ways we are predictable. As I said before, like attachment styles, those kind of things are very like almost step-based, about like if these two people meet, then if they aren't able to communicate some things, or if they aren't very knowledgeable about what's happening inside them, then these are the types of situations or issues that will come across during like these timelines. Like a lot of things are very predictable, and a thing that connects us is just we want love, and we want good feelings. We don't want bad feelings, and okay, that's way too simplistic. There's way more to it than that, but I don't know. It's interesting and at the same time very basic, simple.
Yeah, no, I get you. I do get you. I just helped someone out with an elite quest. I think I'm going to run now, just in case. I think they've got it. But yeah, no, do you know what? Sometimes simple is better. In my opinion.
Random question: do you have a addictive personality? Like, do you have experience with addiction or things?
Do you know what? No, because I'm just so addicted to gaming. I don't have time for anything else.
Would you say that it's an addiction to gaming?
I don't. Do you know what? I wouldn't actually. No. No, I don't think I would. You cannot judge me. I'm just in itself. I can still judge. I am judge, jury, and executioner. Judge Dredd. No, I honestly, it's something that I found quite fascinating about myself. Actually, is that I don't get addicted to things. Though at one point I did think I had a porn addiction. Though I'm not gonna lie. But then I realised, no, it just got an urge. I need to scratch. Yeah, it's a really weird thing. I just don't feel like I've got an addictive personality. No, I just don't. I can't. Like, because I've tried drugs. I've tried all, drink. I don't get addicted to drinking. Drugs. Anything really. I don't know if it's like a special ability of mine. Maybe I don't know.
Can you understand or can you fathom how someone can get addicted to stuff?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I can understand it. I can understand it because, I mean, again, I've always been in the mind that I don't want to judge something that I don't know about, so I try it out myself. And to some extent, not to most extremes, but to some extent. I'm not going to be here, popping heroin or anything like that anytime soon. But some of the softer drugs, that for example, with weed and things like that, I can kind of understand it because it's, of the effects that some people it can give people. I can see how that can be addicting, especially if you're in a very stressful, lifestyle. The things around you are just really stressful in general, and and if I'm just going back to weed again, just as an example, if that can help you feel more calm and mellow, I can see how people can get addicted to that, because obviously they can get addicted. They don't want to be stressed, they don't want to be feeling the way that they're feeling, so they use something to help them not feel that. Funny experience actually. Last time I did weed, actually, I actually had a complete psychological drama about wanted to throw up and poo at the same time. It was so random. I had an existential crisis about it. It's just. And there's another time that I thought I didn't have hands.
Damn, did you overdose on that? Like, did you
I think I might have cooked too hard with what was it my friend gave me? It was a thing called White Widow, I think it was called. When I thought I didn't have any hands. And I think I have like a delayed effect. So like I was doing it, didn't feel anything at all. So I did more.
That's common.
Yeah, I did a little bit more, and I was like, then all of a sudden it hit me all at once. I'm like, shit, I went too hard.
Yep.
It was still funny. It kind of like wore off quite quickly. It did wear off quite quickly, but it was just like that brief, like 10-15 minutes where I'm just like having an absolute existential crisis about I need to get up, but I don't want to get up because if I get up, I might poo myself. But if I don't get up, I'm going to throw up at the same time. It was the weirdest thing ever. The friends I was with at the time, thought it was the most funniest thing they'd seen in their life. And to be fair, I laugh about it now because it is funny. It's kind of part of my humor as well. Ragson, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. What's happened to my okay, some stream elements has been weird. But yeah, again, I can understand why people do it. Some people just love the feeling for of doing it, to be fair, and some people it helps them. Right, so what do we want? We want 7 searing tongues and 7 hearts from you guys. That's really weird. Right, I don't know why they didn't play up on my... That's really weird. I think my OBS is being weird, guys. Bear with me. It's really weird. Why is that not playing?
Is your stream messing up?
Yeah, I should have had a stream thing play. For some reason it didn't. That's really weird. Probably start playing in the next like 10 minutes.
When someone follows you.
Yeah, I've got like a thing that comes up on top of the stream. For some reason, it's not working. Being weird. Oh, I think it's Twitch. I think Twitch has bugged that, maybe.
Yeah, I have very little experience with like being a Twitch streamer myself, but I know a lot of people who experience like this works and then suddenly it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Honestly, it's the weirdest thing. One day it works absolutely fine. The next day, just doesn't work for some reason.
Yeah, even if you don't do anything about it, like if you didn't
Yeah.
it's still suddenly broken.
Yeah, and I don't know how to fix it. Ooh, that new dagger. Oh, slaps hard now.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Oh, it's a real good dagger. I actually picked up another dagger as well, actually, whilst I was just in Dustwallow Marsh. Just it was better than what I had. And now my attack speed is just crazy.
Not as good as the blue one, is it?
No, I can't wait to get to level 45 so I can use Rip Sword. That is going to go hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be real crazy.
I'm looking forward to being able to wear this one. That was mainly the reason why I passed the axe.
I mean, I've not even looked at the stats or anything of what it is. I just like the name Viking War Axe or Warhammer.
It's a nice
Just
one.
the names. I want it anyway. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's some. Oh, that looks really nice. That. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, that's a really nice mace. Oh, what's happened to my? I need to. Hold on, let me refresh my Twitch page. See what's happening. It's really weird. I think something's happening on Twitch in my back end. For some reason, my notifications aren't playing. Do you only do hardcore? Yeah, at the moment, I'm kind of just focusing on hardcore, Ragsen. I do have plans for potentially doing midnight at some point. But I don't know when. I'm kind of really enjoying the hardcore journey in TBC. I want to get to level 70, and I think once I get to level 70, and I've kind of like done the main thing I wanted to do, I'll then maybe look at doing like midnight, something like that. Because I was looking for someone to play with low-key, and I don't do hardcore. I only like TBC. TBC, honestly, is the best expansion, in my opinion. Yeah, no, at the moment, we're kind of focusing on doing hardcore. I mean, we're I can do things with other people in the overworld, but it's just dungeons I can't do. And trading as well. Trading's a bit of a no-go as well. The overworld stuff I can group up with people. Yeah, we are actually doing achievement runs as well. We are doing achievements, so we are working towards our next one, which is mostly focusing on the quests. So we're working towards this one next, the Dark Heart of the Wild, which is at level 47. We've got a couple of levels to get to first. What do you do with the gold when you die? Well, I'm not going to die. That's the thing. I do need to make a bank haul at some point, actually. Because that gold I would send to my bank alt and probably just donate to the guild. To be fair, I really do need to make a bank alt, so I've got a lot of gold at the moment. Actually, no, that's cap. I don't have a lot of gold. I've got some gold.
How much gold?
I've got 32 at the moment. And I've only just bought my mount recently as well, so that's... So I had to buy... I had to kind of build up back up from that. And I literally just had enough to get my mount as well. But my next thing I'm working towards is getting dual spec.
Getting what?
Dual spec. Yeah, dual spec, so I can spec into healing.
Yeah.
I still want to run enhancement, but yeah, I think it'd be silly of me not to spec into healing. Damn.
Yeah, fair. I got dual spec as well.
Ah, nice.
But I had some help with, like, how do I say this? So I was sort of lucky that. No, wait. Let's start at the beginning. So
Okay.
I suicided at level 70.
Yeah.
And before I did that, I deposited about 3,000 gold to the guild bank.
Damn.
And like when I started over again, I was like, well, fuck. I already gave like 3k to the guild bank, and it's like, am I gonna ask back like part of it to refund? Like,
I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, but at the same time, I felt like, well, I don't know. It felt a little bit, yeah.
You felt like it was cheating a little bit.
Yeah, and also it's like giving something and then taking it away again. Like it's also sort of combined with a childhood memory where I gave my brother my candy collection and then I was like, oh shit, I gave this to you, but it's way too much. I want my candy back or part of my candy back.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's sort of, I don't know, it's funny how that feeling was so similar to the feeling of asking back part of my gold. But eventually, like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna ask it. So they were like, sure, but we spent 2k on it. So I was like, oh, this is completely fair. Give me 1k and I'm completely happy. So I had the 1k, and yeah, it makes it easier to be able to buy a mount and be able to buy.
Yeah, make things a little bit more easier for you. Just like convenience. It's got a little bit of ease of convenience. You don't have to worry about getting gold for, you know, like your skills and stuff like that.
Yep, not at all. And I'll be able to buy a battery at a low level.
Oh. So I've got to also thank you for your suicide as well, actually, because obviously that then prompted Tavi to make the guild event, which also won me some money to buy my mount.
How much did you get?
So I actually split things with Bemley, because Bemley was my mechanical totem, and I think he felt really bad because he messed up on the betting side of things, and he didn't even bet on me. Can you believe this? He was my totem and didn't even bet on me. But yeah, he didn't give me much, but yeah, he just gave me a little bit of money. You know, felt bad a bit. I actually gave him a bag as well to help out. But yeah, and I think it helped me a little bit just to kind of get that little bit extra to, you know, a little bit of a push to then get my mount.
Fair. Yeah, I think the funny thing was that the event was sort of partly created in my honor. That sounds way more big than it actually is, but
it was in your honor.
Suiciding it? What's that?
It was in your honor.
Yeah, but it's like it was made in my honor when I reached level 70, but then I suicided.
Oh yeah, actually no, to be fair, that was
one of the officers was like, dude, what the fuck, like. Now I don't know what to do, because like this event was created sort of part as like, oh, let's go shamans, let's go again, etc., and then I was gone.
Yeah, I mean, I was after I saw you die. To be fair, I was like, actually, is this still going on? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah.
It was to be fair, it was a really fun event. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I gotta say, Dooms was a good entertainment.
Yeah, he was. He really was. They mixed. He had a really good. What's the word I'm looking for? Chemistry with Tavi as well. There was a lot of kind of funny banter between them.
Wait, I wasn't there the whole event, but I only know that Dooms did a huge part of the start. I was mostly there for the start. Was Tavi mostly chatting later, or was Tavi mostly just in chat?
He was in chat. Yeah, he was in chat quite a bit actually. But it was mostly Dums leading everything. But then he was like, he would then go to check with something with Tavi, and then they make little jokes about how Tavi was like being invisible and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I'm getting whispers from a kitty. 1 second.
Oh yeah.
And he'd like be doing whispering, and it was like, that's fine. Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh right, yeah, I do remember that. Like, to be fair, and I complimented Dooms on it. It's definitely not easy to be a good entertainer.
No, it's got a skill. You got to have a skill for it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really funny, to be fair. And yeah.
Yeah, it was really good at it.
Yeah, and also it made me realize that I really miss doing like guild events as well. Because when I first used to play, I used to do quite a lot of guild events. Oh, finally got lost heart. And then I didn't realize that I missed doing that until we did the guild event the other week. And now I want to do more. Right, so we're after some grog and strongbox. Nice. Oh, is that the time? Oh dear. I am going to be suffering it tomorrow. Right, let's get this bit done and really head off. Where is it? Aha! I'm really hoping my daughter sleeps through tonight. She has a habit of waking up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. Bless her heart. She usually like bursts my door down. And she's just kind of like waddle in. She's got like a little sleeping bag she sleeps in. She's just so she don't like.
How old is she?
She turns 3 in May. Yeah, she'll just come in. She wants snuggles.
Do you still live with your partner?
No, she moved that. Yeah, I'm in the process of actually selling the house at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm doing her a favour at the moment, so it does me a favour in a sense as well. So I get to see my daughter a bit more. So yeah, while she's away for work, I said I'd have her look after her.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I get to see my daughter more, which I can't complain. More time with her is always good. Yeah, no, she's such a funny character as well. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Ah, okay. I see what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to be very tired tomorrow. In here, isn't it? Let's go. Big Brits. Oh, stone clawing TBC is so strong for Shaman.
What is?
Stone claw.
Stone claw?
Yeah, it's the one you put down and it kind of like does the taunt. But in TBC, it has like a 50% chance to stun the attacker.
Yep, it's huge.
Oh, it's so good.
It's just it's one of my runs as a shaman. I went engineer for engineering dummies.
Yeah, that's what I've done as well.
Yeah, but then I was like, wait, why am I doing this? Because those totems are even better.
I mean, to have both is always good, because you can get into a situation where, because the only thing with not target, with Stoneclaw, it works as like it builds threat. So if you've already got a lot of threat on something, it's not potentially going to work. So you will just rip the threat. You know, it won't rip the threat from you. Whereas target dummy, it's almost like a taunt.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, Stoneclaw works really well as long as you don't get any aggro on the maybe if you pour like an extra 2 or something. So as long as you don't get aggro on those two, like actually no, sorry, not aggro. Build threat on those 2 particular enemies, it will work really, really well. But if obviously you get, you know, build threat from healing or pots and stuff like that, or just accidentally attacking them. Why did I go Ghost Wolf? I've got Kodo. Yeah, then it could like kind of like then it's worth to having the target dummies then, because that's like a foul proof. Like, yeah, put that down, run as fast as I can. Also, having instant Ghost Wolf is a massive win as well.
Yep.
So that works so good.
Are you gonna switch to elemental at one point?
I don't know. I kind of... yeah, I really don't know. Is my answer. Because I've noticed that elemental is very strong. I mean, I don't know if it's because of the build I've kind of got with enhancement. Because with the build I've got mental quickness, which massively increases your healing and spell damage. So I don't know if it's just really strong because of that, but when I've been using like lightning bolt, for example, I can like do 2 lightning bolts and just attack a level same level as me, basically, and it will be down to half health just by 2 lightning bolts. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know yet when I'm gonna switch to elemental, but I think probably at Outlands. Like, I'm probably gonna stick to just duals. How do I say this? With like dual wield, I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I got a few good intellect or like spell power gear from Outlands, and then I'm gonna switch. Because
Okay.
I don't want to play full enhancement again in Outlands, but I think that with the rest of it, I think I'm leveling pretty fast right now as it is.
Yeah.
I think it's in Outlands I've seen so many shamans being way stronger, and I first thought that they would drink a lot, but that turned out to be not that much, but not as much as I expected. So.
Oh, right, okay. Elemental in TBC can proc infinite into itself. I once proc 8 bolts in 1 bolt. Jesus. Yeah,
Does that mean just sending out 8 bolts in a with 1 cast?
I think it's just literally... Yeah, Ragson, what do you mean by that? Is it actually just so it actually spawned... So I don't know elemental too well. I know enhancement and healing. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
So the
just
echo.
sort of...
So the echo. Let me have a look at the echo real quick. That duplicates spells. Okay, what's that then? Is that a... Is that a skill? Storm's Reach? No. No. Ida Storm? No. Further down. Element of shadow. Is it light? Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Oh, is it lightning overload? That's the one, isn't it? Not called it to Echo and TBC. Lightning overload. I think that's the one you mean. Gives your lightning bolt and chain lightning spells a 4% chance to cast a second similar spell on the same target at no additional cost that causes half damage and no threat. Jesus Christ. That is pretty strong, to be fair. Didn't they had that in Season of Discovery, if I remember rightly? That was a rune you can get. Yeah, if I remember rightly, yeah, I was right, yeah. In Season of Discovery, yeah, because I remember getting that one actually. Oh man, Season of Discovery, Shaman tanks in Season of Discovery was so cool. Look, probably a little bit too overpowered, maybe, but I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Season of Discovery was like literally a season. Like it was over pretty fast, wasn't it?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Sort of, yes, but no. In a way. I felt that the beginning dragged on too long. Like the different phases. I felt like they dragged on a little bit too long. I thought they could have probably done that a little bit. Ooh, whoopsie. I feel like they could have... Sorry, I'm going crazy right now with my keyboard. I feel like they could have pushed that a little bit quicker. Of rolling those out and, you know, increasing those level caps and more dungeons and again, I really love the idea of turning some dungeons into raids, like 10-man raids. I thought that was a really good idea.
Talk to me.
Right, let's grab... Really matter? We'll grab these to sell them. Oh, maybe not. Is there a guy I could sell stuff to? There we go.
Well, spit it out.
Let's get rid of them. Bump, 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 bump.
Do you think that Season of Discovery should have been just like open, as in like every other, like for example, classic servers still being open despite other servers being progressive or whatever?
If you ever need anything.
Or was it better to end it as it is?
Got what you need.
It's a good question. I think it was good. I think it was the right choice to end it because...
Welcome, friend.
Or was it though? Was it a good choice to end it? Because I know as soon as they ended it, it died basically. Everybody just stopped playing because they obviously, and I think that was a question that a lot of people had. It's like, well, what happens to our characters once, you know, once the season's finished? Like, what happens to them? Do they go to an evergreen server? But I think they literally was like, nope, it's just going to be boom. Then I think they were going to transfer them over to like a classic server, I think. I don't know how that would have worked, but yeah, I think once they announced like, yeah, we're not doing any more updates for this, it's dead. Yeah, it just kind of killed it. I don't know. I think it was the right choice though. But yeah, I think Sod's start was epic. Yeah, it was epic. The very start was epic. Again, I just think that just the transition between the different phases, I felt like took just too long. Because to get to level 25 was pretty quick. And once you start doing the raids, you know, again, that got a lot easier over the time. And then, you know, and because it was only just the one raid, it was like, that's all you could do. That was, once you got to 25, done the raid, that was it. Like, you could go out and try and find a few other things that you could do, like a few of the additional runes and stuff, but there wasn't that many at the time. There's only, you know, there's only a set amount that you can find. Ooh, nice.
It's got an epic.
Yeah, to see that. Damn. Shame you can't use it. Sell it for 100 gold.
Yeah. Going for quite years.
Yeah, getting back to SOD. I mean, I think some of the stuff they did in SOD, well, from what I saw, was pretty good. What dropped? Oh, I'll show you. 1 second. Boop. There you go. Fish dropped. Huge bow. Right, let's hand these in. Right, let's go speak to this guy.
I really wonder what price I should sell it, because I got 2 whispers of like, do you want to sell it? And I don't know if I should make it an auction, and if so, if I should like start with like starting bid of 50 gold or whatever.
I think that's a good price to put. It's an epic, so yeah.
That being said, it's also just a sort of guild with their own economy. I don't even know if people of like our level have enough gold to be able to buy stuff.
I mean, you can always start at 25. I think 25 is a reasonable price.
I'll do the middle.
25. Start at 25 gold maybe, and then take the bidding from there, because then people can obviously offer more and then just outbid each other.
Oh, there we go. First bid, 50G.
Oh, there you go. I'm kind of at 60G. Oh my god, there we go. 76, 67.
I don't know how much he has. I only know that the other person is level 70. So I don't know how much Lunch again has on his main. Because I remember that he died at one point, but I don't know for sure.
I mean, he could have like over 100, to be fair, because if he had a main account and a bank account and sent all that money over to the bank account before he died, which is a smart thing to do, and I should really do that myself. And
He said he didn't die. So
oh, he didn't die.
They're both level 70s now competing for an item for their alts.
Jesus.
That's a good situation.
Well, yeah, to be fair, it's great for you. You're making bank right now. Off to bed. Sorry wasn't on long tonight. Went to see my granddaughter in a high school production of Oliver. See you tomorrow. No worries, Sharon. I hope the production was really good. I hope your was it granddaughter? Granddaughter, yeah. I hope your granddaughter did really well. Sing her heart out, you know, do a lot of acting. Anyway, I hope she had a really good time doing that, and I hope you had a good time doing that, and I hope you have a great night's sleep. Right, Sham, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you tonight. I'm gonna have to crash out now. go crash out into my bed, because I am knackered. I can just foresee now that my daughter's going to be waking up early in the morning.
All right, man.
Awesome chatting to you, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Yes, you too. Take care.
Take care, bud.
Bye-bye.
As part of the I multi-stream on thingy, so you can see it in a little. If you can see my arrow here, can you see? Boop, there you go. Right here, you can see everything that's going on between all the different chats. It was excellent. Good night. No worries. Have a good night. Yeah, no, we're going to be shooting off now, guys. It's been fun. I've had a lot of fun tonight, and it's been cool to chat to some guildies. Some deep thinking tonight, and a lot of conversation being had. And I'm all here for it. I really appreciate it. Guys, it's been an absolute honor streaming for you guys tonight. I've had a lot of fun. Dungeon went absolutely incredible today. We have got some huge upgrades. I can't show you right now because I'm on a different screen. I'll very quickly pop over. So we've got the Fang of Gazrilla, and also we've got Ripsaw, which we can't use just yet, but we're going to be getting that next level. Huge upgrades for our character. And yeah, it's been really fun. I've had a really good time chatting away with the guildies, having a good time, just doing a bit of chilled questing, getting our dagger levels up. But yeah, it's been good, guys. Anyway, we will be returning again tomorrow night at 7:30. This time I won't be late. I won't be having my daughter. sad times, obviously. I won't be having my daughter, so I won't be needed to get her down for a sleep. So I will be on time at 7:30 tomorrow GMT. Until then, guys, I hope you have a fantastic night, afternoon, day, no matter what time you are, where you are. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. And until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys. See you in the next one.